Welcome to Card of Destiny. I'm Pandora. If this video found you, it means it's meant for you to hear. This is a message for you. Today, we'll explore your relationship, how you and your partner see and feel about each other, the current dynamics, and what the future may hold. If you enjoy my readings, please subscribe and share. Your support means the world to me. Let's begin your reading. You, the person who is watching, Four of Swords upright. Right now, your energy is quiet, intentional, and introspective. You are someone who has loved deeply, thought deeply, and quite possibly overfunctioned in this relationship until your soul had no choice but to step back. The Four of Swords is a sacred pause, and it represents not just a retreat from action, but a conscious decision to rest, heal, and process. This card doesn't show a person who is cold or distant. In fact, it often arises for those who are highly sensitive, intuitive, and emotionally generous, but have become mentally fatigued by uncertainty, emotional imbalance, or ongoing stress in the dynamic. You may be someone who has given your all, tried every angle, and finally realized the next step isn't about doing more. It's about doing nothing until you feel aligned again. There's a possibility you're replaying things in your mind, conversations that left you confused, promises half kept, moments of closeness that were followed by inexplicable emotional distance. Maybe you've been left wondering what you missed, what signal you overlooked, what turn you didn't see coming. The Four of Swords upright acknowledges all of that. It says, you don't have to know everything right now. You don't have to fix what isn't in your hands. This is your time to breathe, to return to your own thoughts without the noise of another's indecision. It's a deeply spiritual stage, one where your guides, your higher self, and your inner wisdom are whispering louder than ever. You're not losing momentum, you're regaining clarity, and that is sacred. You are learning that emotional silence can be more powerful than words, that your peace is your power. Your partner, Eight of Wands reversed. Your partner, in contrast, carries an entirely different energy. The reversed Eight of Wands signals delay, stagnation, and confusion. Upright, this card is full of action, passion, and fast-paced momentum. It's the sprinting heartbeat, the unexpected message, the breakthrough after emotional tension. But reversed? It becomes blocked passion, miscommunication, erratic emotion, or a disconnect between intention and action. This is someone who may say the right things but fails to follow through. Or someone who feels a strong pull toward you, but doesn't understand how to channel that intensity constructively. Instead, they may lash out, pull away, go quiet, or simply act inconsistently. If you felt like they are hot one moment and cold the next, it's not in your head. Their energy is fragmented. They may want to fix things, but only if it doesn't require too much vulnerability. They may want closeness, but flinch when things get too real. The Eight of Wands reversed is like a fire that ignites quickly but never finds direction. It burns itself out, then flickers again, leaving the other person wondering if the flame ever meant anything at all. It's possible this person has a hard time with emotional honesty, not necessarily because they are deceitful, but because they are not yet in a place to confront their own emotional instability. They might distract themselves with work, social media, other relationships, or projects that keep them from sitting still and facing what this connection is truly asking of them. And yet, this card also hints at desire. There's still something here. But desire without clarity creates chaos. Passion without intention becomes manipulation. And love, no matter how real, cannot thrive in a storm of mixed signals. Current situation, Six of Discs upright. Here's where things get very real. The Six of Discs, sitting at the heart of your relationship, brings the conversation to reciprocity. It's a card that asks, are we showing up equally? Are we nourishing each other? Is the exchange balanced? In many ways, this card is about generosity, but not just giving, it's about being met. It tells us that the dynamic between you two has likely been marked by periods where one person has poured more into the connection than the other. That someone, most likely you, has been showing up with kindness, patience, and emotional effort. And now the soul is asking, is this being reflected back to me? Sometimes the Six of Discs upright shows a desire to help someone we love, to support them while they're emotionally struggling, to stand by while they figure things out. But it also contains a quiet warning: don't confuse emotional caretaking with healthy connection. At this stage in the relationship, you may be craving signs of stability, tangible steps, thoughtful gestures, commitment not as a label, but as energy. You want to feel chosen, prioritized, and seen, not just in fleeting moments of passion, but in daily acts of respect and intentionality. The good news? This card suggests that a shift toward balance is possible, but both of you have to be willing to look at what you're giving and what you're receiving, without shame, without blame, with truth. Possible outcome: Knight of Discs reversed. The future as it stands now carries the energy of the reversed Knight of Discs. This is where things get more complex. This card reversed is a slow-moving energy that has become stuck. Not thoughtful caution, but inertia. It's the kind of energy where someone stays in their routine, avoids conflict, or refuses to move forward because change feels too risky. This means that if nothing shifts, this relationship could stagnate. Not because there's no love, but because someone isn't willing to grow. This person might be afraid of commitment, responsibility, or even emotional intimacy, and so they stay in limbo, hoping that time will do the work that communication should. You might feel this already, like you're having the same conversation in different words, like you're waiting for them to take a step toward you, and instead, they retreat back into themselves. This card also carries a warning for you, that if you continue to wait, compromise, or bend, you may start to lose momentum. You might shrink your needs to maintain peace. You might begin to accept breadcrumbs as meals, and that, beautiful soul, is not what you came here for. The reverse knight is not inherently cruel, but they can be emotionally immature. They may believe they're trying, when in truth they are simply avoiding. They may think they're being safe, when really they're being emotionally distant. This is not the future you are bound to, but it is the future that will unfold unless something changes. Extra message: Ace of Wands upright, the Devil upright. Now, these two cards together are electrifying and complex. The Ace of Wands is raw passion. It's the spark, the primal, magnetic, deeply sensual connection that draws two souls together like flames drawn to air. This card speaks of attraction, vitality, possibility. In many ways, this connection is still alive. There is still chemistry here, still fire, still something that neither of you has fully let go of. But then enters the Devil, and suddenly, we are no longer talking about just desire. We are talking about bondage, about the ties that bind, even when they hurt, about codependency, obsession, or cycles that feel impossible to break. This pairing suggests that this relationship may contain both intense love and intense wounding. You may feel like you can't quit them, that every time you try to walk away, something pulls you back, that the sex, the intimacy, the emotional spikes are addictive, but the emotional grounding is missing. The Devil isn't here to judge you, it's here to awaken you, to ask, what are you tolerating in the name of love? Where are you giving your power away? What version of yourself are you sacrificing to hold this together? These cards together say, yes, the passion is real, but passion without integrity can lead to destruction. You deserve a love that excites you and respects you, that arouses your soul, not just your nervous system. Conclusion: this relationship is potent, magnetic, emotionally charged, but it is also uneven, ungrounded, and carrying karmic weight. You are in a moment of healing. You've stepped back, not because you don't care, but because you finally realized your peace matters too much to sacrifice again. You're learning that silence can be sacred, that love cannot be built on your energy alone. Your partner, they are struggling, maybe with life, maybe with themselves, maybe with the intensity of what this connection asks of them. But they are not ready to match your depth, not yet. Right now, the relationship is balancing on the edge of choice. You can stay in the dance, try again, hope again, but without new agreements, the cycle will repeat. Or you can step away, not as defeat, but as devotion to your own healing. The spark isn't gone. But a spark alone doesn't build a fire that keeps you warm. You need commitment, consistency, courage. You are not asking for too much. You are asking for what your soul knows it deserves. Let this reading be your mirror. Let it show you that what you've given wasn't wasted. Let it remind you that your love is powerful, but you don't have to burn to keep anyone else warm. The next move is not about who they are, it's about who you choose to become. Choose peace, choose clarity, choose yourself. Thank you for watching my video. I hope this message brought you the clarity you needed. If you enjoyed it, please support my channel. Good luck on your journey.